What's up, Mafia? While every other fan base is sitting around waiting for football to come back, we're out here eating every single week. New front office news, schedule news, and the Cowboys doing what Cowboys do best. And we're gonna get into all of that. So, let's get it mixing. First things first, the front office. Alec Halib is out. He spent 17 years with his organization and now he's leaving to go back to finance. That's 17 years. That's not something you can just replace overnight. But here's what's interesting. The Eagles didn't go outside of the building. They promoted from within. Adam Berry is now the new assistant general manager. Now you might know the name. Adam Berry is the twin brother of Andrew Berry, who's the current general manager for the Cleveland Browns. And it was Howie Roseman who was a big mentor to Andrew Berry on his way up. Now Howie Roseman has his twin brother under his wing and in the same building. Berry joined the Eagles in 2023. That's only 3 years. Before that, he spent 14 years working at Goldman Sachs on Wall Street. So they're bringing in someone who understands money, contracts, and the numbers at a level that most people in football don't. The thing about this organization is every single offseason, people on the outside look at who left and wonder if Howie's going to lose a step. And every year, Howie finds a way to keep this machine moving. It's always Howie season, and in Howie we always trust. Okay, now let's talk about Dallas for a second. Even though I don't want to give those bums the time of day. Because according to reporter Jordan Schultz, the Cowboys hosted cornerback Adoree Jackson for a free agent visit. As you know, Jackson played for the Eagles last season. Started 10 games, put up 55 tackles, 11 pass breakups, and 1 interception. And now Dallas wants him. Here's my thing. Adoree Jackson is not a bad player. I really thought we should have bought him back as a backup. In the right system, with the right pieces around him, Adoree Jackson can be solid. And that's exactly the point. He was solid when he was here, because Vic Fangio knew exactly how to hide his weakness. When you've got a lockdown corner, an elite nickel, and a defensive line that gets after the quarterback, you can afford to have a guy like Jackson playing on the back end. But on the Cowboys, he might have to be the starter. He might have to be the guy. And that, my friend, is a completely different conversation. Also worth noting, his former DB coach here in Philadelphia was Christian Parker. Parker is now the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. So yeah, the connection does make sense on paper. But I'll say this, if Dallas does sign Adoree Jackson, and they start him, they're going to have some very long Sundays. Because Devonte Smith and Makai are going to be running routes all over that secondary twice a year. And remember just how bad Adoree Jackson was at the beginning of the season. He was hot buttered toast and was getting torched almost every possession. So to Dallas, if that's your guy, good luck with that. Now let's shift to the schedule, because this is worth talking about. According to analyst Warren Sharp, the Eagles have the 7th easiest strength of schedule in the entire NFL. And within the NFC East, they have the easiest schedule in the division. So here's what it looks like. The Cowboys sit at the 29th easiest, meaning they have one of the hardest schedules in football. The Commanders sit at 25, and the Giants are at 24. And the Eagles, we're sitting comfortably at 7. Now, is this a guarantee? No. Warren Sharp himself pointed out this is based on projected total wins. Teams that look bad in 2025 can flip in 2026. We know that. But when you strip away the Rams, Seahawks, and the Niners, some of the tougher division opponents on the Eagles' schedules include the Texans, the Colts, the Steelers, the Panthers, the Titans, the Jaguars, and the Cardinals. And a lot of those games are on the road too, which normally would be a concern. But these are also some of the more beatable teams around the league right now. The official schedule drops in the next couple weeks. We'll break it down fully when it hits. But for right now, the early read is good. Really good. Now, this one is big, and I don't think enough people are talking about how smart this move actually is. The Eagles officially designated Uar Bernard as their international player exemption. What that practically means is, he does not count against the 90-man roster. He gets to learn, develop, and grow without the pressure of competing for a roster spot from day one. And this is the Jordan Mailata blueprint. And Howie Roseman has done this before, and you can see how that's gone. And like I said before, Bernard has all the physical gifts to make it in the NFL. He just needs time, patience, and experience, and with his exemption, that's exactly what he gets. And because there's less to learn on the defensive line, Bernard should pick things up relatively quickly. The ceiling for Uar Bernard is genuinely unknown, and that's what makes this prospect so exciting. One note though, the other international player, Joshua Uar, will count against the 90-man roster. So his path is significantly harder. Can he make the roster though? Your guess is as good as mine, but we'll keep our eye out on that situation. Now let's talk AJ Brown, specifically the trade compensation, because reporter Jeff McLane just gave us an update. According to McLane, the Eagles are expected to receive a 2028 first-round draft pick and a conditional 2027 pick, likely a third rounder that becomes a second rounder if AJ Brown hits certain receiving numbers this season. Reporter Anthony Gargano has also pointed out that this fits a pattern for Howie Roseman. When the Eagles traded Carson Wentz in 2021, it was for a conditional pick. When they moved on from Hassan Reddick in 2024, it was also for a conditional pick. Howie has done this before, and he knows how to structure these deals to get the maximum value on the back end. I think this trade makes sense based on the Jalen Waddle trade. And if all goes well, we should get a conditional second round pick. Now here's the part that should tell you everything. The Patriots only moved to fix their wide receiver room this offseason with signing Romeo Doubs. Romeo Doubs is a solid player, but he is not a true number one. This wide receiver room is thin, and they know it. The New England Patriots have backed themselves into a corner. They need AJ Brown, and because of that, they're going to have to pay whatever Howie asks for. And as an Eagles fan who wants to keep AJ Brown on the roster, I'm loving every second of it. Make him squirm, make him work, and make him pay. Last but not least, Makai Lemon. Reporters are fired up about this guy, and it's not just about hype. Zach Berman of The Athletic was at rookie minicamp and wrote, the last time there was this much excitement around a rookie wide receiver in Philadelphia, it was when Devonte Smith was drafted. Reporter Jeff McLane and reporter Olivia Reiner were both very clear. The Eagles did not draft Makai Lemon to replace AJ Brown. They drafted him because they genuinely believe he's going to be a star and he's going to make an immediate impact.
It was like that's kind of what motivated Howie Roseman there in getting value.
The coaches that I spoke to his high school coach, spoke to one of his receivers coaches at USC. I think the character and the makeup really stand out. The toughness that he has displayed, especially at his size, to be able to compensate for that with just like his willingness to kind of get in the dirty areas of the field and do the work, come down with contested catches. He's got really great hands.
The one glaring kind of check mark against him is the speed thing, right? He only ran like a 4.53 40 at the combine. You know, it's just one day. Doesn't mean that he can't run faster than that. And then there's on-field speed versus, combine speed. So, I don't put great emphasis on that.
And I'm already believing all the hype around him, 100%. He's a workhorse. He fights for every single yard, and he plays bigger than he actually is. And on top of that, he's a good character guy, and all of his former coaches and teammates have echoed that same sentiment. This new Eagles offense is going to be electric, and with Devonte Smith already being compared to what JSN did last year in Seattle, a guy ready to take a massive leap, if Lemon comes in and gives you what early reports are suggesting, this passing offense is going to be exciting to watch every single week. So where are we right now with this Eagles team? The front office just got smarter. This new schedule works in our favor. Uar Bernard is projected to make this roster. The Cowboys are doing what the Cowboys always do, trying to take the shine from the Eagles and ultimately failing. The AJ Brown situation is winding towards a resolution that brings real draft capital back. And a rookie wide receiver out of USC has the whole world buzzing. And in my humble opinion, this team is in a great space. This offseason keeps delivering, and we're just getting started. OTAs are right around the corner. The schedule drops in the next couple weeks, and this channel is going to be here for every bit of it. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now. Drop a like on this video. It generally helps the channel more than you know. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing when Eagles news hits. We also have big things coming in the following weeks, including a weekly live show. So be on the lookout for that. But once again, I've been Brother Shy, and this has been the Midnight Green Mafia.